everybody, Cryptip Helper back again with another video on Elrond Gold. As you may have known about the news last night, there was a lot of FUD going about with a lot of money coming out of the DEX exchange and basically trying to rug it. As you look further through into this video, we'll go through it, what's happened, what's the sort of appreciation of trying to get back on track, and what else can we do to sort this thing out and stop it from happening again. But let's just get into it first. But before we get started, if you could subscribe to the channel and like it, that would be very appreciative. 1338 now, so we're climbing steadily. But without further ado, let's jump in and let's see what's going on. So as you log into the Maiar exchange, you can see that it's under scheduled maintenance. So last night there was a tweet out and there was a bit of worrying about what was happening on the DEX. And all of a sudden, I'll just go into it now, it's sort of tanked. But here's this thread that we got from undo.elrond, and this is basically the thread that we're going to put out. So last night, if you go onto Telegram, you can follow this yourself. It's Maiar DEX whale alerts, and as you can see, there's a lot of Elrond getting sold. So whale alerts, these are big amounts of money coming out. And as you look on the second one, these are some big whales selling. So what's the reason for them selling this? So like we said on here, this might be an exploit of the Maiar DEX. So obviously the lottery type smart contracts, there might be a way to hide some transactions. So when it comes to transparency, this is not something that we want to associate with. So call funds out of nowhere. So it's still under investigation and they're waiting for the team's official response. So these are the wallets that bridged a huge amount of Elrond Gold and wrapped Elrond Gold into USDC. So you can go on this thread and you can look through the Explorer if you want to see it yourself. And then before the Maiar DEX went into under maintenance mode, which I've just showed you there, it says on here that there was a large amount of Elrond Gold was taken out of the DEX own liquidity pool. So on a real decentralized exchange, if you take a lot out of liquidity from the side, price will tank massively. So I just want to show you this on trading view of this. I'll put this on the daily so you can see. But basically on the daily, this took a massive tank from last night. This was 11 o'clock last night, so June the 6th. So you can see there's big red candle, and obviously the good thing about it is the team were very quick to react. So if you look at the likes of Luna and the Solana, whose blockchain was down all the time, the blockchain is actually still running on Elrond, and you got the team that reacted quickly and shut it down so it can investigate. Now I know this is supposed to be an AMM, and you kind of officially get into the wallets and stuff at the moment. So you kind of get into this and you kind of get, this is my wallet, and I kind of actually get in because obviously it's down. But this was open this morning for me, so I can get in and I could just put my wallet address into the Explorer and check to see if my funds were safe. So if you look, you can see me LP tokens and stuff that's already on the account, so you can see for yourself. So if you've got your Elrond address, just go into Elrond Explorer and put in your transaction, put in the transaction address, and it'll come up with all your details and it'll show you how much is staked and stuff like that, and it'll give you peace of mind, because if you kind of get into these, no one knows what's going on. But they are saying that the funds are safe and stuff like that, and I'll show you that in a minute. But it's nice to know that you can go onto Elrond Explorer and put your details in, and you can get all your details up to make sure that it's safe. So I'm quite confident with stuff safe. So as we go through this again, so yes, so $5 for a brief second that someone managed to screenshot. So I don't know if that was a sort of blip in the system, but this is what you're getting. Look, so 493 Elrond Gold, it's crazy. So no, Elrond didn't shut down, it just went into emergency mode to keep everything safe and secure, as far as I understand it. So as you look, he tracked around 4 million being taken out of the DEX. Some of the funds went through the bridge into these addresses. So these are the other addresses you can check on Ethgan. So the bridge from Elrond into Ethereum. So this is where it gets more interesting. So the whole thing started with the SC sending out 800 Elrond Gold out of nowhere. So that's crazy, isn't it? It's coming out of nowhere. That's what's worrying to me. So my theory is that they exploited, mentioned it in the third tweet of this, just a theory, but nothing's been confirmed yet until the team does an investigation and find out what's actually going on. So here's where all Elrond gold met and then left to the other side to the OX addresses, and you can look on the Elrond Explorer if you want to go and do that. So now everybody needs to understand that this looks worse than it actually is. The Elrond team was fast enough to stop this before it could reach a critical level. And that's what I like about this team being versatile, because if it was anything like Luna and stuff where it rug pulled and they couldn't do absolute nothing about it, they just let transactions continue. Well, these are a different sort of breed. We got in there, they found out what was going on, shut it down, and then sort of do their investigation. So it's good for people's funds. I know this is supposed to be an AMM and it should just be running fluently, but without these things happening, we can't grow and we can't make the system as robust. So the Elrond team will probably reveal more info than me. So be patient. This is one of the best teams out there, which I can 100% agree with that. And there's lots of ways to fix this incident and get better from it. So there's Mr. Minku, who's the CEO, is working on it already, and we'll go on to his Twitter. So this is working through the night. So investigate a set of suspicious activities on the Maiar DEX. We are here, all hands on deck. We'll update as soon as analysis is clear. So this was 10 hours ago, basically when it happened, so they were quick to respond. And then look at this, almost 7 AM here. The team is still focused on deck, identifying the potential issue and working on the emergency fix. We'll update again once fix is deployed. Remarkable support from the community as always. So this is the latest thread. So this was 2 hours ago. So nothing is built without hardship and difficulty. This we have always recognised and embraced it at Elrond. As problems emerge, we do what we always did. Put all energy on grasping the problem, finding the most effective solution and pushing it forward as fast as we can. Now I'm all about this, because imagine if we had a market cap, say like what Luna went to, like billions and billions, and all of a sudden someone found a way to try and exploit it, and they did, and took the whole lot down. Then you would be a bit more pissed. But this is why I'm not that worried, because the team recognised it, they've nipped it in the bud, and now they're going to do the investigation, they're going to improve from it, they're going to plan, do, review and improve and be a more robust system. So once this is over, the hurdle's been jumped and we're sort of eyeing that out, we're going to be in a better position even more. So the MEX exchange is going to be more attractable to other people because it's come over its adversities. So once the evaluation is in place and the full solution has been deployed, we will debrief the situation in much more detail. And here we go again, where our utmost priority is the situation and protecting our users in the best way we can. This is a challenge, obviously, but together we will push forward closer. Hyper focus and with many new lessons learned. So this is what I'm talking about, lessons learned, and they can adapt and get around it. And like I say, push through that adversity that's just happened last night. For the next step ahead, appreciate all the support. And this is just the tweets. If you want to follow his actual on Twitter, you'll see what's going on. They're really active with this. They're always keeping you updated. And this is the Elrond price. So nothing's really happened. So this is on the daily, but I'll switch it to the hour. So since that happened, we've actually got up. So this happened. This was 1 o'clock this morning, and the price has actually gone up. So I don't think anybody's really seen an effect with Elrond unless you're on the actual Maiar DEX. But according to CoinGecko, nothing really happened. So this was the 6th, and obviously we've come down, but then we've come back again. But what gets me on TradingView is, since we've had this rug, so this was at the 6th of June, right? This is on the daily. So if I move this to the hourly, it hasn't caught up. The updates haven't been, so this was 1 o'clock this morning and nothing else has been moved. Nothing else is confirmed, so we could be back up here somewhere. But TradingView is just not taking this in, so it might need updated on there as well. So I just thought I'd let you know with that. So like I said, we need things like this to happen to improve and become more robust, and obviously stop things like this happening in the future. And it's a sort of being patient. So let the team investigate and come to some sort of solution for moving forward. And like I say, guys, the road is long. The creases need to be ironed out, and we can move on with it in a better ecosystem. So that's what I sort of wanted to get across, that I'm not worried about what's happened. I'm happy in a way because we can sort of grow from it and improve. And if we do get over this, then it's going to be more attractive for the DEX exchange. So that's what I'm excited about. I know it's a little bit inconvenient if just say Elrond shot up to 1,000 and you are worth millions and you couldn't get into your wallet and sell it. That's a bit of a worry, but I would rather have the team actually investigating to see what happened to fix it, and then like have a fund stuck and then being able to do that without that. So I'm quite confident that within the next day or two we'll have an answer of what happened. I know it's a little bit inconvenient, but with the DEX exchange, I took all my profits from the delegate, so I'm delegating, which I can't get in anyways, but all my Elrond went into the farm. So if that's the case, just say the Maiar DEX did go down and it rugged, well, I wouldn't have lost because it all come from me staking. But like I say, I'm quite confident that MEX is going to come from this even better. You've just seen the news where you trust that they've added to the liquidity pool, and we've got the partnerships coming. And like I say, nothing's rugged. It's not actually rugged. What he's done is shut the system down so he could sort it out, and that's exactly what he's doing. So I'm quite happy with what's going on, and we'll just have to stay tuned and be patient and let him go through this, because without this we cannot grow. So I'm quite happy that it's happened, and we're going to get this out of the way first, because once we've get this out of the way and we'll move on from it, then like I said earlier, it's going to be more attractive to the MEX exchange, and a lot more people are going to go on because they feel more secure in joining this. So like if you look at the likes of Solana, where they go down, they get hacked all the time, and their blockchain actually shuts down and they don't operate. So it's quite worrying with them. Obviously we've got the Luna situation where people's lost, obviously billions have come out of there, and that was a situation where I don't want to be in, and this is just adapting to that situation. So let's just sort of be patient and then see what happens on the next sort of email or message from Twitter. So guys, that was it, just a quick overview. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button just so I could grow the channel. Hit the like button, and anybody else you know that's in Elrond Gold, hit them up with this and they can get a better idea of what went on to stop them worrying as much as people might be at the minute. But other than that guys, I'll catch you through the week on the next update.